If you spend any time outdoors with your vehicles, be it camping, beaching, tailgating at sporting events, first response, or even pipeline welding out in the middle of nowhere, you know that the sun and weather can beat you down fast. And that's where a 270-degree freestanding awning like this one here from OPENROAD 4-wheel drive comes in. In just a matter of seconds, you can transform your truck, trailer, SUV, car, van into a shaded, sheltered hangout or workspace, ready for whatever Mother Nature throws at you. So if you want to learn more about this freestanding 270-degree awning and just how simple it is to install on a properly equipped vehicle, well, I've got you covered, literally. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the Gator Overland Channel. I'm John, and yes, it is raining. I figure what better than to do is to do an awning review while it's raining, so it's doing awning things. In today's video, I'm super excited for the opportunity to collaborate with OPENROAD 4-wheel drive, a company that specializes in manufacturing high-quality, affordable off-road and outdoor gear. Their lineup includes lightweight rooftop tents, robust freestanding awnings like you see here, and heavy-duty winches and recovery gear. In today's video, I'll be reviewing this 270-degree freestanding awning. I'm going to tell you what's in the box, 5 key features that you need to know about it. Then I'm going to show a few different configurations of installation. It's pretty simple, especially if you have the right equipment to start out with. And then I'll follow all that up with some real-world insight after I get a little bit of time under this thing, literally. Now, when it comes to collaborative reviews, I try to be as unbiased as possible. If I'm taking the time to do the review, it's because it's something that I've actually considered. So it's not just a freebie whenever it comes to doing these things for me. I don't want to waste anyone's time or money for that matter. For your viewing convenience, this video is timestamped, allowing you to go to any point in this video without having to scroll through. Don't forget to check the description below, as I'll have links to the OPENROAD 4-wheel drive website and a Gator Overland specific promo code, Just Go, that you can use at the time of checkout and save yourself 10% off. Let's get started. What's in the box? Now, before we break into the box, you want to double check that what you ordered is what you got. Ours clearly says 270-degree awning, and on the end, it's going to say either driver or passenger side. Ours is clearly marked driver. Now, in the box, you're going to get your 270-degree freestanding awning, or whatever model you chose, 360, 180, or the straight pull-out. In there, you're also going to have 2 nylon pouches, a user manual for installation, and 3 powder-coated reinforced steel brackets. Now, in the main square pouch, this is going to be all your assembly materials. It's going to be stainless steel fasteners, bracket plates for clamping. It's also going to include your tension cord that's ratcheting, and a 3-splice barrel connector connection for connecting to the 3 LED lights underneath the structure. In the long skinny pouch is going to be your stakeout bag. It's going to include your stakeout sticks as well as your guide wires for giving additional support in a little bit more than calm conditions, so you don't have to worry about things lifting up. Your user manual, it is super clear, straight and to the point, and given that you have all the equipment, rack or a platform properly, it's going to be a straightforward installation process. Now, the 3 reinforced brackets, they are brute. I mean, it looks about like 1/8-inch steel here. A lot of versatility for application of raising and lowering. You can either mount it this way or mount the awning to this side. You can see that it's reinforced with a gusset right here, and they included some weather stripping. Really nice product. All right, 5 features you need to know about this freestanding 270-degree awning. Key feature number 1, and the most outstanding for the right reasons, is its freestanding design. It's able to be deployed and suspend independently without need of the support poles in mild wind conditions, ideally 10 miles per hour or under. It's able to be done because of the skeletonized structures that are underneath. They're made of aluminum square tubing. It's got gusset material. You can see that it is stitch welded on the inside. It's got intermediate supports to keep everything together. It's lightweight. It runs on a cantilever system that allows everything to open up, and it's got an additional mechanism right here that allows for it to tension all the way up. And when it's completely tensioned, it's super tight. I mean, this thing, it's not, that's just the tent and the trailer flexing. It's really nice. And whenever it goes to close, that cantilever system allows everything to go in a really nice tight package, allowing you to close everything up. And I mean, this thing goes back into the bag almost as easy as it comes out of it. It's not like trying to put on wet socks or anything, but super nice structure for the interior of that. I really like just the integrity altogether. Key feature number 2 is its enhanced stability. When the wind conditions get above 10 miles per hour, you have the option of deploying the 4 support legs that come from the bottom side of each skeletonized beam. Now, as you can see right here, there is a aluminum bracket that's reinforced right here. You know that that's going to be nice and durable. It's not riveted in, it's done with fasteners. You have the ability to extend this from 47.5 inches to 90 inches, allowing you to adjust for any terrain differences underneath. Not only that, but raising up portions of the tent if you need to sway the water one direction or the other. It's really nice to have that in higher wind conditions. They recommend anything up to 25 miles per hour sustained winds. Key feature number 3 is its durable construction of fabric. It's made of 600D Oxford fabric that has a silver lining and gel coat. It's rated up to a 3,000 millimeter waterproof rating and provides 85% UV protection. And in the great state of Texas as it is, that is frying right there, and it's at least 10 to 15 degrees. I should have brought my thermometer, but this is a comfortable hangout. All the seams are waterproof with a seam gel coat on there. I've been under this with the rain already and it's stayed quite dry underneath. Good stuff. Now, key feature number 4 is actually pretty cool. They threw a little bit of technology into the mix and they provided you with 3 LED strips on the bottom side of the awning beams. Now for this, you're going to use a power source, whether it be EcoFlow like we have here. You can use your pocket juices or a little bit higher milliamp hour anchor thing like this, as long as it's got USB connectors. On the bottom side of the support beams is pre-wired barrel connectors that connect seamlessly into these lights, and you have a pressure sensitive button on the bottom side that allows you to turn on in 3 different colors, and then you can actually hold it down and it will allow it to dim, which is a really cool feature to have at camp. You don't have to have any overexposure. Sometimes it's just really nice to have that little underglow light. I really like the yellow feature. I'll show a little bit of clip whenever I'm actually outside in the dark with it, and you can see quite a bit of difference. It's hard to explain that here, but I think that is a super cool feature to have on this particular thing, just integrated all in. And lastly, key feature number 5 is something I don't actually have something to show you today, but it's something that I'm highly considering, and I'll probably do a video about it in the future, and that's the ability to expand this into an annex. So on the bottom side of the awning, it's already pre-done with an integrated zipper, allowing you to zipper in a set of walls. You can have the option of a 4-wall kit, and you can upgrade to a further 5th wall kit to totally enclose everything. This will allow you to turn this into just a safe space, whether it be for wind, snow, rain, bugs, anything like that, and just another dark space. Throw a cot in there and it's another spot to sleep in. And right over here, I have an alligator actually staring at me. It might keep him out as well. Hi, Al. So as you can see, between the structure, the rigidity, the added supports, the lighting, and being able to enclose this thing, you can make yourself into a really comfortable habitat, ready for pretty much anything. Really awesome. I'm really happy with these products so far. Now, when you're ready to store the awning, all you got to do is push down the lever on your ratchet, allow that to come loose, and it's just about as easy as it is to deploy it. You just walk it back. And other than having to roll this stuff up, it's really pretty easy. Now you can disconnect this or leave it in. I've left it just up on top, but where a lot of people get this wrong is they just start rolling up from here. What you do is you grab all your layers and you fold it up to the middle like this, and you start rolling here. If you do it straight from the middle, just start rolling it up, you end up with a bulge down here and it can be hard to zip. So now you have your straps ready to go. Start at the middle, suck that one up. Suck that one up. And suck that one up. Now, there isn't a pouch for you to put your actual the stakeout sticks, but I found this little flap right here. If I slide it in right there, it actually holds right and goes right in, no problem. This comes back down. All that is just a reinforced guard that goes through. And as mentioned before, this thing couldn't be easier to come back with. It's not like trying to put on wet socks or boots. It's literally just that simple. Just a matter of seconds. If I wasn't talking, I could have probably done it in about 30 or sooner. So that's that. All right, next I want to touch on your assembly to the awning and then mounting to your vehicle. Now you definitely want to refer to the owner's manual for this. Everybody's application mounting to the awning is going to be the same, but not everybody's application of mounting to their vehicle is going to do the same, so I'm not going to touch too much on that. But as far as mounting to the bracket, you're going to have 3 extrusion rails on the back side of the awning, and in the middle there's going to be an open slot. That allows you to put the T-slot bolt in and then slide it down to position. Now as far as position, say this was 6 feet long, just come in 2 feet, go in 2 feet, totally up to you, and somebody's rails or their platform may not be wide enough to do exactly what I've said, but whatever works for you to have a good displacement front to rear. You have 3 brackets to deal with, so it's totally up to you. Now as far as mounting, you can definitely use this surface for mounting to the awning like this, but if you need to have more height, you can actually mount the bracket right here to whatever your rack or surface is and have more adjustable height to go underneath. Now I don't have an application between my 2 vehicles. I don't intend on using these brackets, but if that was the front of the vehicle and this is the rear, you can see how much adjustability you have right there. The kit comes with these flat plates right here, and they also have an additional poly foam that you can stick down, and it gives it a little bit more surface bite, also protects the finish of whatever you're mounting it to. But as you can see, you can jute it out this way. You attach the awning right here, and optionally you can attach this here, and then you would have that much adjustability. So you can see that it's a universal application. Double check with your companies to see if there is an application. In my case, I actually got with 813 Fabrication and Design, and we kind of did a collaboration for this particular cantilever bracket to work with our roof nest. I'll probably do a video about it, but it allows us to function our awning and deploy our awning while the tent is open, which opens up this way, so that would normally put this face down here, but allows me to swing it down and still function, so it's really cool. Other than that, you can attach it to, say, your truck rack. I'll probably show an example right here, and you know, it's just totally up to you on how you want to do it, but this is definitely fine for most of your applications. All right, real world talk. Now that I've had a couple weeks underneath this thing, I can confidently say this thing is awesome. And coming from a Rhino Rat's Backwing 270 awning that we had previously, it was 100% reliant on the support poles for its support. It was not a freestanding design. And we always had this point of vulnerability when we were deploying it, not got it tethered out yet, hadn't got the support poles down. If there was any little bit of wind, it could raise the unit and actually set it down and break all the hinges. And that actually happened to us twice. You just hope that that's not something that happens to you while you're on your trip, especially at the beginning of it when you're depending on this to be a form of shelter. The fact that this is freestanding as a priority and the support poles are optional depending on what kind of wind weather you're getting, that is just such a great peace of mind. Now I'm going to put a spreadsheet down here that gives you an example of all the different brands that are out there, 270 style, similar, and it shows you, how much they weigh, if they have the lighting, if they offer awnings, and I figured that's just a really good example. You can see that this thing comes in at 50 pounds, which is about 15 to 20 pounds lighter than most. There's a couple that are lighter. This one offers lighting, some of them don't. This one has the freestanding design, some of them are not. And you can see that this thing comes in at about half price, which is something to consider whenever you're thinking about the value of what you're putting on. Strength, rigidity, all the options, and half the price of the others, I'd say that's a win. Now there is a takeaway that I had from the Rhino racks that I wish this did have. It's not a deal breaker by any means. It does come with this bag full of your stakeouts and your wiring for your lighting, but the Rhino Racks bag had a integrated one into the actual cover, and that allowed you to keep everything with your awning at the same time. This, you have to find another place for it, or you just end up maybe losing it, and I don't want that to happen. So if there was anything that could be grown upon, I would say having the integrated bag would be awesome. Now something that they don't mention in the owner's manual, which isn't a big deal at all because you can learn from it anywhere, is how to affix your D-rings and tie them out into the ground. Now this is just simple Boy Scout stuff, and you can probably just do a double knot, but if you want a permanent fixture that is a quick release, you can get yourself some aluminum carabiners, put you a hitch knot on the carabiner, and that will allow you to tag out to this no problem and quick detach. If you don't have carabiners at your disposal, you can do a quick release knot, and it's really simple. You take about 12 inches of your tag in, that's the one without the little clip at the end, and you drop it down through the D-ring, and then you'll take that tag in and you'll wrap it around your knuckle, your first knuckle once, and then when you come back around again, you'll wrap around the tip of your finger, or that little exposed area between the tip of your finger and the D-ring, and you'll take that tag in and kind of fold it in half and put that little bitty loop inside the loop that's around your knuckle, and then you'll just hitch it up to the D-ring, and that'll allow it to stay and it'll hold tight. and when you're ready to go, you just pull the tag in and a quick release. But other than that, absolutely impressed with this thing. Definitely recommend it. Gator Overland seal of approval. Well, that covers just about everything. Kind of like this awning. If you enjoyed today's video, found it informative or helpful in making your decision to put an open road 4-wheel drive 270-degree freestanding awning on your vehicle, go ahead, give us a big thumbs up. Let us know how we're doing. Share if you'd like, I'd appreciate that. For a heads up on any future installs or adventures, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notification bell. You can follow us along our journey. Don't forget to check the description below, as I'll have links to the OPENROAD 4-wheel drive website and a Gator Overland specific promo code JUSTGO that you can use at the time of purchase to save yourself 10% off. Remember, we at Gator Overland encourage each and every one of you to take a daily moment to unplug and reconnect with the outdoors, even if it's just for a few minutes, or if it's in the rain and you're underneath an open road 4-wheel drive awning. Have fun, keep it safe, and just go. Thanks, y'all.